Leonard Zelig that seemed to create such diverse impressions everywhere. All that was known of him was that he was the son of a Yiddish actor named Morris Zelig. As a boy, Leonard is frequently bullied by anti-Semites. His parents, who never take his part and blame him for everything, side with the anti-Semites. Leonard Zelig appears to have adjusted to life. Somehow, he seems to have coped. And then, suddenly, increasingly strange behavior. Fascinated by the Zelig phenomenon, Dr. Fletcher arranges a series of experiments and invites the skeptical staff to observe. With the doctors watching, Zelig becomes a perfect psychiatrist. When two Frenchmen are brought in, Zelig assumes their characters and speaks reasonable French. In the company of a Chinese person, he begins to develop Oriental features. By now, word has gotten out to the press, and the public, thirsting for thrills and novelty, is immediately captivated. The clamor is so great that Dr. Alan Sindel is forced to issue a statement.
We're just beginning to realize the dimensions of what could be the scientific medical phenomenon of the age and possibly of all time.
Fresh stories roll off the press every day about Zelig and his puzzling condition. The doctors claim to have the situation in hand. No two can agree on a diagnosis.
I'm convinced that it's glandular in nature, and although there's no evidence now of any misfunction, I'm sure that further tests will show a problem in the secretions.
I'm certain it's something he picked up from eating Mexican food.
This manifestation is neurological in origin. Now, this patient is suffering from brain tumor, and I should not be surprised if within several weeks he died. Now, we have not as yet been able to locate the tumor, but we're still looking.
Ironically, within 2 weeks' time, it is Dr. Besky himself who dies of a brain tumor. Leonard Zelig is fine. Throughout the weeks of testing and speculation, Eudora Fletcher begins to feel that the patient might be suffering not from a physiological disorder, but from a psychological one. It is Zelig's unstable makeup, she suggests, that accounts for his metamorphoses. The governing board of doctors is hostile to her notion. They conclude that Zelig's malady can be traced to poor alignment of the vertebrae. Tests prove them wrong and cause a temporary problem for the patient.
Leonard Zelig continues to astound scientists at New York's Manhattan Hospital, where numerous tests have led nowhere in determining the nature of this astonishing manifestation. He is confronted by two overweight men at the request of the doctors. As the men discuss their obesity, an initially reticent Zelig joins in, swelling himself to a miraculous 250 pounds. Next, in the presence of two Negro men, Zelig rapidly becomes one himself. What will they think of next? Meanwhile, Americans all over have their own reactions.
I wish I could be Lenny Zelig, the changing man, and be different people, and maybe someday my wishes will come true.
Leonard Zelig is one of the finest gentlemen in the United States of America. He is the cat's pajamas.
Trying a new approach, Dr. Fletcher places the subject under hypnosis.
Now, tell me why you assume the characteristics of the person you're with.
It's safe.
What do you mean? What do you mean, safe?
Safe. To be like the others.
You want to be safe?
I want to be liked.
Dr. Zelig.
Yes?
I wonder if you could help me with a problem.
Well, certainly try. Of course, we can't promise anything, you know.
You see, last week I was with a group of fairly erudite people who were discussing the novel Moby Dick. And I was afraid to admit that I hadn't read it, so I lied.
Uh-huh.
You see, I want so badly to be liked, to be like other people, so that I don't stand out.
It's natural.
Well, I didn't go to such extreme lengths to blend in.
You're a doctor. You know, you should know how to handle that.
Well, the truth of the matter is, I'm not an actual doctor.
You're not?
No, doctor. No, I've been pretending to be a doctor to fit in with my friends. You see, they're doctors.
It's something.
But you're a doctor, and you can help me. You have to help me.
I don't feel that well, actually.
My whole life's just been a lie. I've been posing as one thing after another.
You need help, lady.
Last night I dreamt that I was falling into fire. What does that mean?
It's terrible. I don't know. You know,
Please, doctor, I know I'm a very complicated patient.
I don't feel that well.
What am I suffering from?
How should I know? I'm not a doctor.
You're not?
No, am I?
Who are you?
What do you mean, who am I? I don't know. He's a
Leonard Zelig?
Yes, definitely. Who is he?
You.
No, I'm nobody. I'm nothing. Catch me. I'm falling.
Playing on Zelig's identity disorder, Dr. Fletcher has manipulated him into momentary disorientation. With his guard lowered, she quickly puts him under hypnosis. Using post-hypnotic suggestion, she will now be able to induce a trance at will.
My brother beat me. My sister beat my brother. My father beat my sister and my brother and me. My mother beat my father and my sister and me and my brother. The neighbors beat our family. People down the block beat the neighbors and our family. I'm 12 years old. I run into a synagogue. I ask the rabbi the meaning of life. He tells me the meaning of life, but he tells it to me in Hebrew. I don't understand Hebrew. Then he wants to charge me $600 for Hebrew lessons.